Hi guys, I'm Matt from Next Level Dog Training, and today I'm going to speak about the 3 Ds of dog training. It's common practice when people have a dog and when they tell the dog to sit, the dog just breaks to sit instantly. When you tell the dog to stay and you walk away, the dog follows you and the dog's not understanding that what they have to do is stay in that position. Or maybe you're out on a park and your dog has a recall, but when dogs are in the vicinity, all of a sudden the recall goes out the window. Well, there's a certain process that dog trainers use called the 3 Ds. It's about duration, distance and distraction, and you need to go through all of these things to make sure that your dog's behavior is proof and more reliable. So the first one is duration. We need to start adding time, but to start with, we don't want to run too quick. We want to be rewarding the dog instantly as soon as they're on the place board. So what I'm going to do now is just going to show you the process just for the first few little seconds. I'm going to start off as soon as my dog gets on the place board. I'm going to reward instantly and then give a release command. And then I'm going to bring her back. I'm going to do it again, this time with 2 to 3 seconds, and then I'm going to give a release command. And each time I'm going to add more and more seconds until we can build up to the point where the dog's on the place board for 1 to 2 minutes without moving. Autumn. Yes, good. Break. Good girl. Yes. Break. Good girl. So this time I'm going to add 5 seconds. Yes, good girl. Break. What? Yes, good. Break. Good girl. And I'm going to build this up over and over and over, lots of repetitions, making sure that we can get the dog sitting there nicely whilst I'm by the dog. Now that we've got duration and we've got our dog sitting there for 2 to 3 minutes without breaking from that position, it's now time to start adding distance. So to start with, we're just 1 step away from the dog, and then we're going to go 2 steps, 5 steps, 10 steps, and over time we're going to repeat this until we're 10 meters away from the dog. If the dog was to break at any time, we'd take the dog back to that position, reset the dog. We wouldn't remark or reward anything. We'd just take the dog back, put him into the sit, and start the process again. If the dog starts to break the sit quite regularly, it means that we're moving too fast and we need to slow down or go back a few steps. So now I'm going to show you how we start adding distance. Autumn. As you can see, I bring Autumn onto the place board, into the sit, mark and reward, take 2 steps away, 1, 2, and straight back to the dog, mark and reward, yes, and release command, break, good girl. I'm going to do it again, but this time I'm going to take 3 steps away. Autumn, into the place, into the sit, yes, good, and then 1, 2, 3, straight back to the dog, 1, 2, 3, yes, mark and reward, and release command, break, good girl. And we're going to do it one more time. Yes. Yes, break. And I would continue doing this over and over again until I was right far back and I was happy that the dog was steady. So when we get to the distraction process, it's important that we start off just with small distractions to start with, and then we can start to build up on that over time. So to start with, I'm just going to start with 1 tennis ball, and then we'll go to 2 tennis balls, a little bit of food, and then 3 tennis balls, a little food. And I'm going to build this up little by little. If the dog was to break that command, I'd take her straight back to the place board, reset her, and do it again. If the dog was to break this continuously, like I've said previously, then we're probably moving too quick, and it's important that we take a step back. Autumn. Yes, good. So to start off with, I'm just going to drop the ball on the floor. Obviously the dog's not allowed to move, and if she was, I would take her straight back. I'm going to wait for eye contact, wait for the dog looking right up at me. Yes, good. As soon as she gave me eye contact, I gave her the release command straight away, and this will just encourage the dog to keep their eyes on you and wait for you to give them a release, rather than looking out into the distance and getting distracted. Autumn, good girl, dead. Yes, so we're going to do it again, but this time I'm going to use 2 balls and a bit of food. Autumn. Yes, good. So there's 2 balls, there's a bit of food. Wait for eye contact. Yes, good. And over time, we're going to start to build up duration as well, and obviously distance. So every time we go on to the next D, so we start off with duration. Once we've got that duration, we move on to distance, but at the same time, the duration goes down again. We don't want to go on to distance and continue at 1 minute stays. We want to make sure that we start right back from the beginning again. So I would teach the dog to sit there using duration, 2 to 3 minutes. And then when I went on to the next D, which is distance, I would then go down to 2-3 seconds again on the duration time. And then when I went on to distractions, the duration and distance would be minimal until the dog starts to get used to the distractions, and then I can start to build up the duration and distractions as well. Once you have gone through this process in all environments, you're going to find your dog more reliable in all areas when giving them certain commands. Get out and practice and give us some feedback in the comments and let us know how you get on. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can see the videos first as we upload them. Thank you very much for your support.